last two. And you look at teams that possibly could dethrone them. North Carolina State with their young talent, plus the returning national champion, one of those teams that could sneak in there with some bonus point help. Virginia, obviously, Pittsburgh, the other ranked team. So big win there for the sophomore for the Wolfpack. Now we move into 174 pounds. Peter Renda, North Carolina State, taking on John Staudenmayer of North Carolina. Staudenmayer is a tough customer. Redshirt junior, 21 and 11 this year. 2 and 3 in the conference, but that record can be a little bit deceiving.
I tell you what, this is the first round match that I thought was going to be the most exciting, most competitive. Staudenmayer is tough as a 4th seed, and so is Peter Renda. Peter Renda had a very good freshman season, but Staudenmayer has wrestled Blaze Butler to an overtime loss. He wrestled Zach Epperly to a 2-1 loss, and Tyler Wells into a 2-1 loss. So he's right up there with the top 3 guys that everyone knows about at 174.
This is an absolutely loaded weight class. It is the strongest in the ACC this year.
Oh, yes.
5 automatic spots have been reserved in this weight class. So this is a situation later today. We'll have 2 consolation finals, not just the 3rd place, but we'll also have to wrestle a 5th place match to find out who gets their ticket to St. Louis in a couple of weeks.
This is a fantastic weight class for ACC. I obviously have 3 All-Americans at 174. Obviously, the meat primers, the top 4 guys in the Big Ten. But we see that ACC can wrestle in the Big Ten. Blaze Butler beat Logan Storley at Vegas. So we know that our guys in ACC can wrestle with anybody at 174.
You mentioned the Big Ten grind machine at 74. You have Kokesh of Nebraska, Brown of Penn State, Evans and Storley, the top 4. But as you mentioned, Wilkes, Butler, guys like that, especially a healthy Tyler Wells, appears to be peaking here late, coming off an injury earlier in the year, a broken arm, and he's back full force.
And we can't overlook that Zach Epperly did beat Matt Brown from Penn State.
Right. Epperly is the 3 seed from Virginia Tech. He's wrestling Trey Adamson on the other mat in this weight class. So a stock load of talent. Forward to seeing who emerges from it later tonight. First round, the first rung of the ladder, though, begins now. Renda and Staudenmayer, shot by Renda.
Head inside. Staudenmayer's keeping his hips low, keeping them square. Keep it square. Keep it square. You don't want to give him the angle. He's pushing the knees away and scooting keeping his hips away and keeping his laces flat. That's very important. Keep your laces flat. If you keep your laces flat, your hips will stay down. Both guys are working hard here. Both guys are working hard.
The matchup of 2 NCAA qualifiers from a year ago. Back Staudenmayer is a 2-time qualifier. First period winding down. Staudenmayer trying to reposition a little bit.
Staudenmayer's doing a good job with that front headlock. He's keeping his elbows high. A lot of times when guys get front headlock, he put that elbow too low, gets sucker drag. But he kept his elbows high.
Coming here to Pittsburgh in the state of Pennsylvania, homecoming sorts for so many of these ACC athletes. Staudenmayer, another example of that. Plymouth beating Pennsylvania, White Marsh High School product. He starts the second period in the down position. No score with Renda and Staudenmayer, and we thought this would be a 1-2-point type match. It certainly looks like we're heading down that path.
Both guys are very good on top position. Staudenmayer and Peter Renda. But Staudenmayer gets out. Still in. Good wrestling here.
Foreheads leaning on one another, Rinda and Staudenmayer. Collar tie there by Rinda. Now a shot by Rinda. And off by Staudenmayer.
You saw what Rinda did right there. As soon as Staudenmayer changed his position from the inside to the outside, he hit a high crotch. Just that little moment gave him the opportunity for a shot. Didn't get much, but he's paying attention. So a lot of times we see stuff going on. Doesn't look like much, but they're just looking for a little opening, especially when it's high-level wrestling. All you need is a little opening.
We saw the last minute 30, wrestling toward the edge. Did you have a favorite spot on the mat where you like to get your offense going?
Well, it depends on what I'm wrestling. If you have a guy that's pretty quick, you want to kind of look to the outside, because if he gets it quick, you have the out of bounds as a safety net. But guys that are slower, you want to use the whole mat so you can keep them centered.
An escape has been it through nearly 5 minutes of wrestling between Rinda and Staudenmayer.
And Sean, even though this match is a low-scoring match, these guys are working. We may not see all the nuances that they're doing, but head position, hands position, controlling the triceps, not the shoulders on the inside position, things are going on.
Rinda was part of the recruiting class, highly touted recruiting class for Pat Pompilizio 2 years ago. Had a phenomenal freshman campaign. He won 27 matches in his route to Oklahoma City. The 27 wins last year by Rinda, third most for a freshman in North Carolina State history. And Pompilizio has put together back-to-back nationally ranked recruiting classes for the Wolfpack. And we're seeing some of those freshmen competing here from this year's class. And Rinda part of that special unit a year ago.
Sean, you noticed that, and obviously they respect Staudenmayer so much on top that they decided to take neutral. Staudenmayer is a brute on top, but they didn't want to go underneath him.
Staudenmayer, front headlock applied, pushing.
He's got to keep his elbow up. Clamping that situation is not good for Rinda. He's got to drop him out and start fresh.
All that weight, all the force right now, Staudenmayer applying toward the upper torso, the back shoulder side area of Rinda, just preventing him from getting any type of movement or any type of momentum built up.
So Rinda's had more of the offense and getting in, but Staudenmayer's defense, as you said, has been very good with keeping his hips low and his shoelaces on the mat.
Rinda knows in the back of his mind all he needs is a takedown here. Riding time obviously not a factor.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. He dropped down. As soon as he snapped ahead, he went right down to the low single. Again, little things that we don't see, just that little moment, right when the snap down came in, instead of backing out, he went right into that low single. He got the takedown. 174 is a tough weight class in ACC.
Staudenmayer about to pick up his second win against Rinda this year. He beat him in the duel 8-2 by decision. A little bit tighter bout. Rinda's narrowed the gap, but still not enough. Staudenmayer will move into the semifinals at 174 pounds for North Carolina. Take on the top seed, 8th-ranked Tyler Wilkes of Pittsburgh. Not a lot of offense, but Staudenmayer picked up 2 when he needed it.
Again, right when he went for that snap down there, he went right down to that ankle. He stayed below. His lower wrestler won. Again, just a little open moment to get that takedown.
184 pounds, 2 automatic spots reserved for the ACC competition, the field this year. Ready to watch Virginia's Tyler Askey, a redshirt freshman, take on Scott Marmoll of North Carolina. Marmoll is a redshirt sophomore, 9-10 this year, 2-3 in the ACC. Askey, the freshman, 14-14. He went 1-2 in duels at 184 for Steve Garland and the Cavaliers. One of those guys who has jumped up a couple of weight classes this year. didn't see a lot of action early in the season. That's why his match total was down. He wrestled in the Hokie Open, and that was it for the months of November and December. He returned in the new year at the Southern Scuffle, where he went 0-3, lost 4 straight after returning from an injury in January, and then he won 4 in a row. Dual matches against Navy, George Mason, Gardner Webb, and Ryder.
Keep rolling. He's going to look to a crossface and keep the leg. Place the leg and look for a crossface. Looking for a crossface. Looking for a crossface.
2 points awarded, so Virginia's Askey gets 2 on the edge. Well, more than a minute into the match, and Askey with a 2-0 lead.
In that position right there, you have to really follow the hips, because Askey was very slow in getting around, which was good because Marmoll was looking for a little funk to roll through. You know, lately we've seen a lot of guys from Georgia coming on the scene and doing a good job. When you think of Georgia, you think of wrestling too much, but of late, they've been coming on. And Peter Yates, a couple years ago from Virginia Tech, was from Georgia. Georgia's coming up with some very good wrestlers.
Askey was a state champion at Northgate High School in Georgia, son of former Michigan State football player Dan Askey, which will be familiar to Spartan fans and some of the fans back in the Midwest. Askey with a 2-0 lead, 1:07 to go in this first period.
Gotta peel that hand off his head. There it is.
£184 weight class where the top seed is Max Thomas Sight. He is one of the highest ranked wrestlers nationally in the conference, ranked number 2. You have Jacob Casper of Duke, the number 2 seed. This weight class at 184 that will send only 2.
Roll through tilt.
So 2 points, and Askey goes on top 4-0. Those points at the end of a period, unanswered opportunity. Askey gets 2 there, and he has a commanding lead as they move into the second 2 minutes.
And so, what is what we're looking for? The back points, look for a tilt. He sealed the elbow and rolled through and got a quick 2 count. Too fast.
Caution on Marmoll up top. You get 3 cautions before you're in the point. Stall means 3 cautions. Second period underway. Quick stand-up attempt by Askey. Marmoll continues. Shadow. There you see the Granby roll on the escape. Nicely done by Askey of Virginia. Goes on top.
Good motion for an 84-pounder.
Yes, indeed. 5-0.
Now, as a freshman, this is where Coach Garland hopefully is sharing that they can have an opportunity to turn it on or to be safe and hang on to the lead. We're going to find out what Askey does.
Over at the Virginia corner, you see Jordan Lee beside Steve Garland.
Scott has gotten some good shots in here. He's got good high crotch, but he's not following through. He gets the leg in, but he doesn't get his hips underneath. But in the first period, he had 2 very good shots, but he just couldn't get in like he wanted to. There it is again. He's got to finish it. At this point, he's got to get his head underneath. If he gets his right hand out, that's going to be tough right here. He's looking to release the ankle, but nothing is going to happen here.
And there's the 2 awarded. Askey continuing to score, leads 7-0.
Again, we talked about this earlier, Sean. He's got bonus points. 7-0 win. Is he going to get the bonus points wins to help out his team to hopefully win a championship here? And conversely, Scott Marmoll has to score points so he don't give up. A major decision.
Over 2 minutes of riding time. Second period winding down. It's been all Tyler Askey of Virginia, 7-0.
Oh, he gave up a point with 13 seconds left, I tell you. I think that's a freshman. Freshman, not looking at the whole big picture. 13 seconds left, you should keep the guy down. Especially when you have 2 minutes and 17 seconds of riding time.
Not quite the same bout we saw in the duel back on February 7th, where Askey won 4-2. Here he's been dominant and finding an arsenal of moves.
And he was lacing the ankle. If he laces the ankle almost by application, but he slid the leg in there to get the takedown.
Let's see if Scott Marmoll can get something started in this third period, trying to get back into it.
That's right. I tell you, he's got the high crotch. He just can't just stop once he gets in there. Yes, as soon as he gets in there, look for a finish. There it is again. There it is again.
What's the next thing he needs to do to finish it?
Well, he's got to cut the corner. He's in there, and he's just happy to get in there. But he's got to get in there. I got to cut the corner quickly, because at this level, as soon as someone gets in, it is incredibly difficult to finish. And we've seen this. Scott's been more offensive on the shooting, but he just can't get around for the takedown. He may have to double up, take 2 shots, high crotch, and then another high crotch to get in deeper. Yeah, I think he should do double up. I'm trying to think about that 1 point that he gave up in the second period may make a difference if there's no takedowns.
Yeah, that's a good point. And at the riding time with Askey, just a 7-point advantage. Marmoll in on the leg. The outside leg here, you see the knee bent awkwardly for Askey. Able to roll back more to his base, but Marmoll trying to grab that other leg to seize control.
He's got to bring him back to the center. Bring him back to the center. Don't wrestle there. Bring him to the center.
See if he drags him back in or not. He's looking for the trip. Gerard on the edge. Still no points awarded, no control. And now that foot goes out of bounds. So you wanted to see him there is drag him back in a couple of steps, give him more room to work with.
That's what you want. You have all that time to bring the guy back in. There's no need to rush. Just make the guy hop back to the center. You have the whole mat to actually get a takedown.
Cavaliers won't get the bonus point they were hoping. Marmoll dodges a late shot by Tyler Askey, but they will get the victory. And a solid one for the redshirt freshman in his first ACC tournament. Tyler Askey moves into the semifinals where he will take on number 2 Matt.